Pausing this stuff.
Look at all the whiskey that I purchased.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're late. Our Uber Eats driver is slow, okay? But we ate, so.
I don't even know where to put this stuff.
I will help. It'll probably go on the floor. I kind of want to. Part of me wants to do some of these blind, but I don't know because they're like first experiences. So like,
How many of them are first experiences? Because you guys had a few.
well, I mean, technically, well, like these two are unopened, but I had them with Casey, but they're unopened. I like to open them. It kind of makes me feel like some type of way.
It's mine.
But I haven't finished cleaning up my teeth yet. Don't yell at me.
Showing your teeth.
I was doing the intro and then I have to pee. So then Lauren's gonna take over.
Excuse me.
But hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden, that's Loren, and this is my absolutely epic whiskey haul from our trip to Kentucky, which we'll go into depth. But Peter White says jackpot lineup. The OGD 16 looks tempting, but not the price. Peter, cheers to you. Thanks for being here. And yes, you're right. The price is certainly not kind, but I guess we'll find out how the whiskey is later tonight. Sugar Kitty is also here. Says meow, meow, Gary. Sugar Kitty, cheers to you. Derek Whiting's here. Says cheers, everyone. Derek, cheers to you, good sir. Casey Tisler's here. Says cheers, y'all. What's in the glass tonight for everyone?
Nothing. That's for sharing. That's disgusting.
It's the tacos.
Go away.
Casey, cheers to you. Welcome to it. Thanks for being here. Hey, AZ, let's go. You on Wisconsin time, bud? Figure it out. Yeah, that's what I said. Figure it out. You know, it's hard to eat on time nowadays. You know, everyone just wants to. Everyone wants to be late to everything. I think most people are here, so I'm just gonna let you go through the comments while I grab a hat, pee, and you might want to sit on this side so I can see your face. I know, so sit right here while I
Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. I don't know who read. Can't decide between Norwegian G&T or a local microbrew. Or an Aaron 18 Scotch. Well, I can't help you with that. But I'm sure it will be good. What?
microbrew.
Holden says microbrew.
For now, warm up.
To warm up. Casey says figure it. I'm not going to say it the way they do. I'm just not even going to read this. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Our Wi-Fi is shitty.
Oh, are you on it?
No. Sorry if it's going in and out, guys. We're clearly struggling. The internet can't handle all this whiskey. I'm going to crack a Pauliner Pills. Heat wave over here. It actually is not obnoxiously hot here. We came back. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and now today it was only like 60 something. So we're heading into fall, just to make you jealous. Beano is here. Hello, Beano. Peter's gonna try a Weller 107. Is that over here? I was gonna say, I don't think so. So you drove to Kentucky in a $50,000 car and came home on a $100,000 bus.
Yep.
Holden says yes. It's just a joke that I don't understand. My dog's freaking out. Oh, I must have missed my father, or maybe it was up there. Okay, well, taco sounds more like a 3-story burrito. No, with taco. He had fajitas and then he had taco. And I had 2 tacos.
To be fair, I had Lauren's taco.
I thought we said we weren't going to say that joke.
I know, but you wanted to open with that joke, and then they would take it out of context, thinking that I ate your taco, but instead I just ate your taco. You know what I mean? One of these things is not like the other. All right. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, we got so much whiskey to drink here, ladies and gents. I don't even know if we're gonna do it all.
Okay, I
Might
hope we're not doing it all.
might
We're
split it
ridiculous out.
into 2 videos.
We still have cilantro cake. Don't we pick it out for you? That's not doing anything. That was
Not on camera. That's
just hiding
no.
in here.
No.
It's right here.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
Yeah. Just pick it out with your tooth. Nobody wants to look at your green smile.
Okay. But good. I like bourbon a lot. You're back just in time Coy Hill drops this week. Can't wait. My wallet can't wait. That's for sure. I'd love to get it though. I mean, we missed out on some bottles. We'll get into that. Tree says looks like the ESB. And then I will have to figure out phase 2 later. Massacre Brewing better than Pants in the Glass Den.
Hey, we went there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Beers first. Get warm up. That's why I said beer before liquor. You'll never be. Wait.
Never been sicker.
Oh well, one won't hurt. Coy Hill is dropping in Wisco this week? Question mark. Yes, it is dropping this week in Wisconsin. Oh my gosh. Exciting times. It looks like quite the haul. I'll have to stop over and check them out. Absolutely. And you even get to drink for free. Sometimes a taco is just a taco. That's for sure. Oh boy, I'd kill for that. I hope you're not talking about Loren's taco.
I did not need that joke to happen. That was gross.
Okay, 3-story fajita then. Oh my gosh. I actually ate my fajita. I ate like 5 tacos, and then I had 2 of your tacos. I've been dieting yesterday and today. So
they were chicken, so it's okay.
Dwight's by a Baker 7. How old? Not just any Baker 7. I'll get into the whiskey, but it's not just anyone. I'm not saying it was a fajita, but was a fajita. Oh, for the bourbon maybe. Lauren's correct. That's the place they visited in Hacattsville.
What?
That's funny. Hacattsville? Hacattsville?
Oh yeah, I forgot where he lived.
Cheers all. Jack and ginger for me tonight. Ooh, baby.
That sounds like a gross porno.
All right, let's talk about this whiskey that we got here. We'll start off front to back. So, first off, we got this bad boy. It's a store pick from a store, and I only bought it to get a different bottle than I wanted. It was a bundle deal, but the deal was only worth it as the deal, because if I would have found this bottle, I'll tell you what the deal was in a second here, but this is a High West from John O's Liquors, cask strength bourbon, or no, cask strength blend of straight whiskeys. Shit, I don't even know.
He doesn't even know what's in this bottle.
I really don't. Lots of straight whiskey. Okay, well, there you have it. It's 59.9% alcohol. I wish it was 69.
That's why he eats tacos with 69%
Sorry, Marta.
whiskey.
So this bad boy was part of a thing, and I'll talk about that in a second. Next up on the list, this little guy, my little 375 baby. Angel's Envy, get this.
You just screwed up.
Hold on. Angel's Envy, get this. Bottled in bond, cask strength. Yeah, think about it. Bottled in bond, cask strength. Because this release defies convention by offering a premium bottled in bond bourbon at cask strength. Master distiller Owen Martin unites the historic distinction with innovative techniques by blending 27 low proof and 2 high proof barrels to each exactly 100 proof without adding a drop of water.
Wow.
So what's the rule of bottled in bond? It has to be a single rick, right? So I guess you can blend barrels. A single rick and a single season. At least it has to be 100 proof and at least 4 years old. No, 2 years old. I don't remember all the rules, but basically, this is not only bottled and bond, but it's also cast strength. I found that really cool, so I bought a bottle. Next up, this is a fun one here. This is the Bardstown Discovery Series, or not. I'm so used to saying that. That's not what it is. This is Bardstown Bourbon Company, single barrel finish. This is the Mash and Journey Bardstown Blitz. It is a single barrel cask strength rye, finished in a toasted cherrywood and oak barrel. So it's got a zebra stave in it, where it's got toasted oak and cherrywood. But this is a Mash and Journey Bardstown Blitz pick. Apparently they were there like a couple days before we were, or like the day before we were, with a private event and barrel picking or something. I don't really know exactly, but they were there like not long before we were. Maybe it was a week. Probably was a week, probably for the event. But I tasted this at first. We went to Bardstown in Louisville, the tasting room, before the big one. And I tasted this and I thought it was awesome. I had no idea it was a Master Journey pick. Then I decided I would buy it after the tour. Then we go on the tour and then I grab it and I'm like, I want to buy this. And then she goes, oh yeah, that's, we had Mash and Drum. And I looked at it and it says M&J and I'm like, oh, you mean Mash and Journey? You had Mash and Journey here? And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, shit. You know, it could be Mash and Drum. It could have just been Mash and Drum. But it says M&J, which is Mash and Journey. So I don't really know who was all there. All I know is that it's their pick. Well, you guys can already see it. And this one is super exciting for me. Yeah. Stag Junior. Just Stag. Not Stag Junior, but this is 131.8 proof. This is a John O's Liquors barrel pick. So the way this breaks down is this was a bundle, and it was $210. That makes this, and this is $60, which makes this really $150. Which in the grand scheme of things is not that bad for this. Especially when I'm in Kentucky and I'm spending the money and I've wanted one of these for a long time and I never got one and blah, 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 blah. It's impossible to find. $150 just seems downright reasonable at that point. May not be MSRP, but it's closer than I've ever seen in person. So I bought it. There it is, 131.8 proof. I'm excited to drink that one.
We're just gonna stop in the middle. I still have boxes covering my face.
Okay. Then we got another Baker's 13. I had to get another one because I loved that one. This one so much. And okay, good. They're different corks, so I can keep track of which is which. I should make a mental note.
How do you know that they're different?
There's 4 different corks that you can get.
Why don't we just put a little mark on the...
Well, this one should always be lower unless I just pound through this one. But I got this one. I wanted to compare. They're all single barrels, so they're all different. I wanted to compare it to the last one I have, and if it's hopefully anywhere near as good, then it'll be one of my favorite whiskeys I have on the shelf. Next up, this bad mamma jamma. This is the Baker's 7 limited release. This is their high rye bourbon at 107 proof. It is 7 years and 6 months old. And yeah, so this is actually the old granddad mash bill at 107 proof at 7 years old. So it's their Baker's High Rye. It's a limited edition. It was at the distillery, and I got it. So there's that one. And that one was relatively cheap. It was like $70 or something like that, which about time I got one that was cheap. Okay, next up on the list, blam. Old Granddad 16-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is 100 proof, 50% alcohol. Boom, OGD 16. Pretty sick. So I'm actually excited to get into this one too. More in depth. I had a little pour when I was in Kentucky, but I'm excited to really get into it. The big three. The big boys. So, starting with this guy. Booker's The Reserves. This is a 2024 limited edition Booker's. It looks sick. It is sick. It's super cool. So, we'll get into that guy. Little Book Infinite. This is a little book with some stuff from each of the OGs or the Beam family, I think. I'll read the label later, but when I get into it. But we got the Little Book Infinite, and then this guy right here. That's right. Michter's Bottle Your Own. This is their barrel proof bourbon whiskey. Barrel strength, I'm sorry. They call theirs barrel strength. So I bottled this myself. Me and Casey both got to do this thanks to Chris Tatas. Shout out to you, Chris. That was one of the coolest, if not the coolest, experience on the entire Kentucky trip. It is 108.6 proof, 54.3% alcohol. Michter's bourbon, cast strength. Yeah. I'm excited for that one. This is one. So I have a lot of these in Kentucky. Me and Casey kind of, between my bottles and his bottles, we kind of got into most of these. Neither of us have tried the Michter's barrel strength yet. So
maybe you guys are gonna do that together.
I think so. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll see. He can come on next week's live stream, or we'll do a video and crack it up.
I'm not working any Tuesdays this month, so you can come on my reflect once.
Okay. Okay. A quick catch up on the comments here. Chicharlino. Cheers to you, good sir. Welcome to it. Jack Daniels single barrel proof for me. Ooh, it's a solid one. Jim Beam here. That one I could have seen coming. There are High West finished bottles I like a lot. Others you can't pay me to drink. Yeah. I actually opened that one up in Kentucky, and it didn't seem so bad, but I'll really get more into it today. Single season. Yep, single season, and I think single Rick. Exactly 100 proof. Yeah. Don't ask me how they got it exactly 100 proof, but apparently they did.
They're a lot smarter than you are.
Single season bonded warehouses, 4 years old, 100 proof. Yeah, so that's what I thought. Got most of those rules right. But it matches. They can't put it bottled and bond on the bottle unless it's bottled and bond. So they had to have gotten it and done it right. It's like the one thing they can't do is put bottle and bond on a bottle that's not bottled and bond. Say that 10 times fast.
You're really struggling.
I am. And he says, I think Casey needs to visit and make some room for those new bottles. Maybe bring Derek with him just in case. Casey actually got a lot of these bottles too. There's a few that he didn't get that I got, but a lot of them he ended up getting. I'll just ship my bottles home. Shit?
I'll just ship my bottles home. I don't understand. What are you confused about? Oh. They must have done that again.
I don't own that or that.
What is it?
That JT is round, and this is 10 high.
It's just cheapo crap?
I don't know about this. I mean, it's not like, but I think that's supposed to be pretty good stuff.
Oh.
I don't really know, to be fair. I literally just looked in there and I'm like, fuck is a bottle of JTS Brown doing on my shelf? And then I looked over and this was on there too. Holy shit, well, I think if that was Derek or who the hell put that in there.
Alright, well.
Cheers.
When you keep leaving your shit here, you're not going to get it back.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. Master Drum is just Jason. The picks are the club, which is both Jason and Scott from my bourbon drink. Okay, that's what I thought. And that's what I told the tour guide. So I'm glad I was right, because it would have been awkward if I was like, "Oh, Mash and Journey, it's actually Jason," and then it's Mash and Drum, and then my urban journey from Wisconsin, fellow Wisconsin YouTuber.
All right, that's enough.
Anyway, what was on there?
You tend to not clean this room.
Yes. Okay. I got a regular Baker's 7 for $50, 8 years and 10 months. So good. I love Baker's so much. Every Baker's I've had is amazing. The OGD bottle is beautiful. I know it is. It's gorgeous. OGD 16. Wait, what? What? Yeah, 16-year-old OGD. Also,
The Wi-Fi is doing it again. I'm not on the internet.
Neither am I. But I'm gonna see how it looks here.
Why must you do gross things?
I'm burpy. See how it looks here. I mean, we're a little blurry, but hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. 220 at the distillery on the OGD. I think closer to 200, maybe 180. I can't really remember. Honestly, I didn't
look at price tags. Okay.
No, I don't think there was a price tag on the shelf, and I don't think I kept the receipt because I bought the Booker's Infinite. The Booker's Reserves, Little Book Infinite, and Baker's High Rye. I bought those in one trip, and then a different day when we went back to Jim Beam is when I bought the OGD and the Baker's 13. So the bill was a little large both times. I just got the Little Book 8. That's a good one, though, to be fair. It's a great rye, or rye bourbon-esque. That is sweet. It is sweet, isn't it? OG Bricked 420. Wait, I forgot. That's what I do. You done good. Well, thank you. I think so too. I got the ones that I wanted to get. There was a couple, like I said, we'll talk about it. But there's a couple that I wish we could have gotten.
Really? You haven't started drinking yet.
I don't know. I was side cramped from all that food, though.
You're the one that ate it. Okay,
anyway, I would venture not many people have tried a Michter's Barrel Proof Bourbon. I would have to agree, which is why I was ecstatic when I found out. I mean, it's awesome. Tatas is always the godfather of contacts. Yeah, and he would have gotten us in with Brent Elliott too, but Brent Elliott actually got back to him the day after Loren and I toured there, so we were unable to do it that time. But I'm hoping in the future that's something we could do, because that would be really cool too. Casey says Tatas is the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. He looked us up for real, and I seriously couldn't be more thankful for the experience we had at Michter's. I know, it was incredible. We'll probably make a video when we review the actual Michter's bottle.
You'll have to bear with the videotaping because I did it.
She had it vertical for a little bit, and I had to turn. I was like, "You got to turn the phone." But
I felt so stupid videotaping it. I felt like I was like everyone was looking at me like this bitch really had a videotape. Like I know they weren't because people do it, but that's just how I felt, and I did not like the feeling. I'm
sorry. Imagine being a YouTuber.
You're not a
vlogger. Surprise whiskey is the best. That's truth. I'm intrigued. I agree. I'm intrigued by the OGD 16.
Well, luckily you'll get to try it.
That is true. I love that. Happy boy! That's a happy boy emoji. If you guys aren't members of the Bourbon Bug, but you want to become one, it's only $2 or $7 a month. Feel free to check it out. You get special emojis.
We need money to pay for this fucking trip, okay?
Yeah, no. I'll tell you guys the dollar amount later on.
I don't want to hear the dollar amount. You can keep that to yourself.
But it's up there. It was over our budget for sure. Not far over our budget. It could have been further. But it was over our budget. Peter says, all I got this week was a Highland Park Cask Strength Batch 4, a Backup Redemption 10-year barrel strength rye bourbon, but on serious discount. That's all you got, huh? That's all you got? Those sound awesome, actually. I'd love to have those on my shelf, but all right. What am I drinking first here? Probably start low proof, and honestly, the lowest proof one I got. Actually, OGD 16 and the Angel's Envy are both low proof, but Well, I'm up with the Angel's Envy since it's probably the least special. Well, the high rest isn't really much.
So are we gonna talk about each distillery as you drink it, or what?
I only got like
how many?
8 bottles from one distillery and then one from Angel's Envy.
Yeah, because
And
we
one
went to.
from ours,
Well,
so.
maybe we should say all the
Oh,
ones we
one
went
from
to. Before that, and as we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's what the plan was.
Oh.
For me anyway. Okay. Bugga.
Can you stop with that?
No. The minute you hear the dollar amount, you're in Chateau Bao. Don't do it at Holden. Well, yeah, no kidding. She actually didn't really give a shit. Honestly, she almost not pushed me into it, but there are some things where I'm like, should I buy it? And she's like, we're on vacation. You're in Kentucky. Full send. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me twice.
I've never said full send. I don't ever talk like that.
Yeah. No, she doesn't. On a side note, look how chubby my face looks.
Well, that's what a lot of bourbon will do to you.
Fucking A. That would be a good blind, the Redemption High.
Right? Did they forget about it?
Redemption High Rye pick versus Baker's High Rye. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be good. And especially, like, yeah, I don't know. Sender, fuck. Let's do it. All right. Angel's Envy, Bottle and Bond, Cast Strength. Ooh! So this comes into, well, actually, I want to say my Michter's Glen. I don't know if I'm drinking my Michter's on it. I'm going to save my Michter's Glen for later, but also we got a Glen at Michter's. We also got some chocolate from them.
We both got Glens at Michter's.
Oh, yeah, we both did. We both got chocolates. She got a free shirt.
I got
coffee.
a shirt. Yeah.
Bourbon Bar Glen. Actually, I wanted to say that Glen too. We'll use an Ijo Glen. I like Ijo. I like this Glen. I'm gonna have to go light pours because even though we're not doing all of them, it's still a lot of whiskey and high proof. And I'm dieting again, of course, because the heaviest I've been in the last 5 years. Cheers to that. On the nose. This actually. Hold on. I just got a sweet red apple peel. Sweet red apple peel. Write that one down. It wasn't the first thing that jumped out at me, but it was on like the back end of the nose, and it just like. Anyway, okay. Lots of caramel and very sweet and fruity. That were nice sweet red apple skins. It definitely it smells like it has body, which is nice at 100 proof. Coming from it being cask strength, which is it's such a weird concept to be honest. Drinking cask strength 100 proof whiskey, or cask strength bottle and bond whiskey. It does smell very nice. A light spice. I don't know if there's really much going on in the spice department, but overall, super like caramely, sweet fruit, and some oak in there. Let's drink. Okay. I really thoroughly enjoy the body of this bottle. I'll show you guys here what it looks like.
What the fuck?
Cover your face. There we go. So that's what it looks like. It's got the cool bottle and bond. You can see it says bottle and bond cask strength. It has the body and the mouthfeel of something that's cask strength. It definitely does not feel thin or weak by any means. There's a good oak presence on it too, but overall it's like got this nice sweetness up front. That was the first drink of the day, so let's go in for another one. It just tastes like solid proof Angel Envy. I don't want to say it like this because that sounds dumb, but it actually has a lot of similarities, I think. It's been a while, but I think to my Angel's Envy cask strength. And so I don't know. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie. This was what, $60, I think?
It wasn't expensive, yeah.
It was 65. I mean, it is only a 375, so, but it's a distillery series, so you can only get it at the distillery. And it's really good. I'm hyped about it. That's solid whiskey.
So should we talk about our first day?
Yeah, we'll go in order from
So
our
Monday
stuff.
night we went to Chicago and we had really good mac and cheese and $20 ice cream cones.
The mac and cheese was good.
I don't know
So
why
was
it
the burger.
so good.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, so in Chicago, this is how it went. Drove down Monday night after work. Checked into our hotel. Literally Monday night in Chicago, pretty slow.
It was so calm.
We went to this bar. There was Monday Night Football on. There was nobody around. We were like the only ones at the bar with like one or two people at the tables.
People who were apparently from Wisconsin because they were talking about it.
Crazy. Everyone's from Wisconsin.
Everywhere we went, we met someone from Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy.
Anyway, so we just sat there, drank some beer, ate a burger and some great mac and cheese, and watched Monday Night Football for like, I don't know, how long were we there? An hour and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
We were just chilling, watching football and enjoying like downtown Chicago without anyone else being there. It was epic. And then we went and got some ice cream.
We thought we'd try this new place because there's a Baskin Robbins, but it didn't have the prices online. And I guess I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is gonna be expensive. So it was fucking ice cream. It was $20 for an ice cream cone. It wasn't even a lot of ice cream either. It was like a pound scoop.
Yeah, it was disappointing to say the least. Actually,
it was all right.
It wasn't even that good of ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, Hanging His E asks, what is the proof in the Baker's High Rye? That is a 107 proof. I figure the Bakers did the 13-year as a play on Baker's Dozen. That's so smart. Never thought of it. I don't know if that's why they did it. That's great. I love that. I like that. Lauren will be sure to write that down, bud. Yep, she will. Figure it out. Look at my hair. Why does it look like that?
Well, it looked good before you put the stupid hat on.
You think so? Honestly,
It was just nice, soft, and fluffy looking. And now it's all like, it looked like a fucking from like goofy. You always ruin your hair with a stupid fucking hat.
Anyway. Independent Joe's here. Says happy October 1st, y'all. Cheers. Hi, Joe. Welcome to it, my man. How are you? Happy 1st to you too, dude. Dude. I love October. Great season. Great month. For sure. The Bears. Yeah, well, it wasn't that we were not watching the Bears game, that's for sure. No trip to Benny's? No, by the time we got there.
After Benny's was closed and we left before Benny's opened.
Yeah, and also we were spending so much money in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But freaking Maker's Accelerate was at Benny's. I don't know if it was there when we were there, but it was there that week. So, RIP. Chicago would be cool if it were not for the people. Exactly. It was very cool. I mean, I like Chicago regardless, but it is much cooler without people. Everyone wonders why they did a 13-year. Well, then that would be why. You're smart. Just someone's shooting you. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so then we went to sleep. And on Tuesday, we woke up at the crack of dawn, 5:30, got our shit together, checked the hotel, and went to the donut shop right next door for when they opened to get fresh donuts. And let me tell you, I wasn't expecting it to make a difference, but it did.
Oh, did it ever make a difference?
I don't feel like the fat corks have a good sound as the skinny corks.
I know, but it's almost more satisfying because it's so big. Anyway, yeah, so we got fresh donuts. That was great. You guys know how much I love my Stan's donuts, especially in the morning when they're fresh, and it did not disappoint.
This is the first time we've gone like when they're fresh.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, we have never gone that early
That's
before.
a little
These are the times we've gone.
I mean, we've gone at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so that's not the same thing as the absolute freshest as they could be.
That's true. They did open. What do they open at? Like 5?
6.
We were there at 5:30.
No, we woke up at 5:30 and checked
Oh.
out.
So we were there right when they
We
opened.
were there. It was early in the morning.
Yeah, it was
Yummy.
amazing.
Then we drove all the way to Indianapolis,
The crack of ass.
we stopped at a brewery for lunch. The beers were okay, but the sandwiches were really fucking good.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was like
Very
a
good.
cutesy little. We weren't in like downtown. We were kind of like off to the side of downtown, but still downtown. And it was like a super cutesy little area. Yeah.
Yeah. Pause. OGD 16 in the Glen. 16-year-old old granddad. 100 proof.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, so people know what I'm drinking. Continue.
And then after that, we drove down. We went to Woodford. Right away.
Hang AZ said I would have slept in and ate a stale donut. Well, see, Hang AZ, what she just said is we went to Woodford. We did have a tour at Woodford, so we had a certain time we had to be there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to stop for lunch and like chill. We stopped in I know Loren probably said this, but we stopped in Indianapolis.
I'm glad that you just acknowledged you didn't fucking listen because I literally just said it.
I was reading. Baker's named after Baker Beam, a master distiller just like his first cousin Booker No, who Booker's is named after. That much I didn't know. That's the alternate mash bill with the extra high rye. OGD 114 is a big score in Canada. It does not exist here. I could send you an OGD 114 anytime you want, my guy. Anyway, so we went to Woodford. Tell them how the tour was.
It was good.
Thanks for elaborating.
I think, was that the one we determined was the best tour? Regular tour. You can't count Bardstown when you did a special kind of tour. All the other tours you did were just plain.
Okay, yes. In terms of regular tours, Woodford was the coolest. I don't know about the bad.
Woodford was set up
Beautifully.
for tours.
So good.
It was set up for guests.
It was
to
awesome.
look at. The other ones were set up for probably better working, but not better for tours. It's like you walked in and they had all the copper stills.
Except for Four Roses, because I don't know what worked.
Absolutely fucked up.
I don't know what works about Four Roses, but that shit is just like.
It was crazy. It was
Anyway,
so hot in there. All the other ones were like, they were like talking about how they have to this and that. I was like, all the other places were not like this, and their whiskey's just fine.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So Woodford is cool. Actually, I should have sent myself the videos that we took. But basically, like you walk in, so they have all this stuff fermenting in cypress. Is that the wood? Big cypress fermenters,
like
or like some kind of wood fermenters. Smells like fucking banana city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the most bananas you've ever smelled in your entire life, you'll smell at the fermentation area at Woodford. So good. Then you walk through these doors into where they distill, and they have 3 gigantic.
No, 6. It's 3 on each side.
Yes, I meant that. 3 in a row. They triple distill. 6 total. Huge pot stills.
And they're like set up like this. They
Like-
kind of go in a little bit, and then.
And there's a walkway.
Yep, and then in the middle is like the little tank where the
the copper
clear
tank
stuff goes.
where all the new make goes through.
And
for
then
them
it
to
was like a
get the glass and
limestone
test it.
wall, and it just said Woodford Reserve,
Hold on.
and it was just lit.
Let's see if I can just show these guys a quick video on my phone, just on the screen without sending it. Because you guys have, it's like, some of you guys may have already seen it, but it was so cool. All right. Hold on. I gotta lock my screen rotation here because someone did not. Wait. Oh, here. I took the video wrong. So anyway. Like, how cool does that look? I mean, that's sweet. Also, here's a solid picture of fermentation tank at Woodford, and then a picture of Loren next to the fermentation tank.
Why'd you do me dirty like that?
It was funny.
Wow.
You're cute. And yeah, they still use their original barrel run. So they take their full barrels, have these metal railroad tracks that go through the frickin' yard between warehouses. They still put the barrels on it and just roll it across their fucking yard. Like however long they said it was, just
Yeah, like
rolling away.
It was like 1888 or something
Crazy.
like that.
Crazy. Oh, and that was the first time we were in a rick house as well.
Well, we're in the Rick House at Driftwood Glen. That was our first time. It was just
Oh, yeah, but the Driftless Glen Rick House.
The
No, I know.
Rick House looked like that one did. Just
No.
not as full. And the inside, like when you walked in, that's exactly how it looked.
No, yeah, the method of stacking the barrels is the same, but the difference is Driftless Glen's Rick House is this giant metal building with a huge garage door or bay door in the front.
No, I just meant like on the inside.
No, I know what you mean, but like when you walk into Driftless Glen's Rick House, it's almost like a big garage with barrels aging everywhere. It's cool, sure, but when you walk into a Rick House in Kentucky, it's like you walk through this little door and this damp, dark, humid space surrounded by tens of thousands of whiskey barrels, and just smelling all of that. Oh, it's amazing. It's fantastic.
What do you see up here? Is something cool?
I have 2 open George C. Stagg bottles and sealed OGD 114s. That's crazy. Well, let's trade. I'll give you an OGD for a George C. Stagg. It's a fair trade for me. Anyway. OGD 16 looks rich. It is rich. I will get in tasting notes in a second. That's a common sight in Scotland because pot stills are required for single malts. In the U.S., column stills are more common. Yes, that much I didn't know.
And they talked about it on the tour too.
Yep.
They were like, one of the only places you can find stuff like this is in Scotland and in Ireland, right?
Wait, what?
On the tour.
Oh yeah, I mean there's other places that
I
still in
paid
America.
$22 for that tour, and do not tell me you were not listening.
You put all the food away out there, right?
I didn't take any food out.
I mean like the empty dishes.
Oh yeah, I put it in the garbage.
Okay. Okay. I love Hagen AZ's comment here. That bottle gave itself a medal. A bit presumptuous. That's good. It did give itself a medal, and honestly, the judging bus just based off the nose, I think it deserves it. This is a delicious, like, rich, creamy peanut butter, red fruit, cherries, a little bit of like sugar sweetness, like it smells so rich and good and potent. At 100 proof, this smells like everything you could want. It's like sweet and syrupy. Let's drink. Shiver me timbers.
Who's got timbers?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm gonna say. High-aged bean products typically don't find the nut note. It usually goes away in a high-aged bean products. Exception, not peanuts per se, or young peanuts, like rich, creamy peanut butter. Love me some peanut butter. Peanut butter, thick, rich oak, and lighter red fruit on the palate than on the nose. But still potent. This is a very rich and sweet palate. It's got a light spice on it too, like a light, I don't even know what kind of, maybe not quite cinnamon, maybe more like nutmeggy spice. Maybe that's just coming from like that peanut butter note that I'm getting.
Look at everyone at his Buffalo Trace.
Yes, we gave him a tater scarf. He has a Buffalo Trace scarf here. Or bandana, I should say.
He wants to show it off.
That guy, look at my scarf. Guys, look at my scarf. My name is Myrtle and I'm a tater. Marta, you're a tater.
Tater.
Yeah, Dad, I'm a tater.
He's angry.
Oh no, them those fighting words. Bugga. Okay, so, and you weren't listening? Hashtag Chateau Bow Wow. That's the truth. I'll be in there tonight for sure.
Nope, it's coming back. Why are you going to be part of this team today?
Yep, that's nice. I like that. I really want to see how that fares in the end of the year blind. That's good. That's 100 proof. Does not drink like it. Drinking closer to 110. If I were to say. If I were to guess. OGD goodness. Facts. OGD 16. I need one. Thomas Anderson, welcome to it. Yes, you do. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Nashville Barrel has some older 114, but can't remember the age. Well, if it's 16, go for it. I wish this was 114. That'd be sick. But honestly, at 100 proof, still drinks hot. Still just as good. I don't know. I keep hearing something. I think there's people outside. Marta, why are you right there?
Marta wants to be involved today.
Okay. Next up.
So after Woodford, we went check into the hotel, and it was a crazy experience because it just started pouring on us, like
a lot.
Only when we were outside. It was so insanely coming down heavy. It was crazy.
It was so torrential that from like one side of this bar
20 feet.
It was like 20 feet, not even. It was like running 5 strides from the car to the to the canopy thing, I guess you want to call it, for this motel. And my shirt, pants, socks, and underwear, everything was so wet that I literally could wring it out. And I did, and a bunch of water came out.
It was.
I was outside for.
It was like not raining that hard when we were checking into the hotel.
5 paces.
And then we got into the car, parked over by our hotel room, and then it just started like it was insane. It was crazy.
Peter says the problem is Knob Creek 18 is cheaper, and Knob Creek 15 is almost half the 16 OGD. Knob Creek 15, I don't think touches it. I think OGD 16 is much better, but you are right. The Knob Creek 18 is cheaper and probably better in my opinion. But I don't. Was my Knob Creek in last year's end of the year?
I don't know how long it made it, but it would have been. It
would have been, right? Yeah. That's a good comparison though. I should do that. Crazy kids. Yeah, you crazy kids. I never wore pants when I go to Chicago. We were actually in Kentucky at this point. We were in Frankfurt.
Yep. But then so we checked in a hotel, and then we went to a rooftop bar for dinner in Lexington.
Sure, he says we really don't need to know what you did to their clothing. Well, let's just say I wasn't the only one wringing out my pants that day. Just kidding.
Are you embarrassed that you said that?
No, I'm not. My wife, she loves me. Anyway, hashtag
You're
phrasing.
disgusting. My family watches this.
Your family says way worse things about each other, so I don't want to hear it.
Like what?
Your parents are naughty.
I don't hear it.
Then you are just trained to close your ears because they have some whippy comments. It's hilarious. Anyway.
It wasn't like anything special, but I did have a really, really, really good taco dinner. It was fantastic. And we didn't get drinks because they were obnoxiously expensive.
I got a great burger.
Yeah, holding to like 15
Wait,
burgers on our trip.
At this.
That was the rooftop bar, yeah.
You got drinks. I got beer and you got wine.
Oh, yeah, I actually did do that. Well, whatever. That's what we got there. And then we tried walking around a little bit, but it was scary. So then we got back in the car and then we went back to the hotel and went to bed because we were tired.
That's true. Everything she said did in fact happen.
To bed?
To bed or to sleep, she says.
Anyway, then we slept. And then the next morning we woke up, crack it on, we went to Wild Turkey. Which is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous there.
Wild Turkey, I don't know how many of you guys have been since they've redone their thing. One of the coolest tasting room gift shop areas. Actually, no, not one of. The coolest tasting room gift shop area whole trip.
It's gorgeous.
First of all, they have this outdoor patio that's like amazing and overlooks this huge chasm.
Well, we had to drive
massive.
over this like sketchy little bridge thingy to get over the river, and then that was where Wild Turkey was built upon, like the cliff's edge, and then it had like a beautiful outdoor patio and stuff, and then the building was all glass. It was gorgeous, and it was kind of smoky still, like foggy in the morning. It was beautiful. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was really nice there at Wild Turkey. Unfortunately, they did not have the 70th anniversary, but that one they said should be available, pretty widely available across the U.S. So I think they said like 200,000 bottles were being released or something like that, and their normal releases are like 20 or 10 or something. I don't know.
From Wild Turkey?
Yeah.
I think they said that they're expanding and they're going to have over 1 million barrels of bourbon aging at once. Right now it's 600,000 barrels of bourbon.
Kentucky's awesome until you hear banjo music in the distance. What's wrong with banjo music? I'm confused. So you wet your clothes together? Oh my.
Glad we could share.
We are in love. Yes, they are.
Thank goodness.
I like Bourbon Lot says, was Jimmy there autographing bottles? Well.
No, but they had the cutest little parking spot for him.
Yeah, they had a front row parking. I don't know what's cute about it.
It's so cute because he's an old man.
Reserved for Jimmy Russell.
He has to park close.
He's not just old. I don't want to be mean, but like.
I know, he's very old.
He's
been there for 50 years, right?
Seasoned.
70 years? What is it, 50
seasoned.
years? Are you going to answer my question?
70. This is 70th anniversary
that's what I'm
bottle.
asking.
70.
That's a long fucking time. That's crazy. He has been there since like my grandfather was like 10.
Some people don't live to 70.
Wow.
And he was probably there earlier.
No. He started and worked his way up. It was 70 years. Think about it. He probably had to at least be 18 when he started to work with whiskey, and then so he was probably 20 when he started. Right? Because he's in 90 or 90 something.
He's old. That's all I know.
Oh.
I got the banjo joke.
Thank goodness.
Never saw the movie Deliverance while you were on your own. Well, we don't like scary movies. So.
I don't think it's a scary movie, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know what I'm talking. I don't watch any movies. I'm not a movie person. We are going to see The Joker on Friday.
Joker Folie à Deux.
With Lady Gaga. You know how we feel about Lady Gaga. We like her.
Ooh, Gaga. Anyway,
so after...
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
Whiskey, distillery whiskey. All right, so we are moving on to the Baker's High Rye Bourbon. 7 years old, 107 proof. This is the OGD mash bill at 7.5 years old at 107 proof. What does it smell like? Some might ask. Good. Next question. Anyway. And actually, like when I hear high rye, you think like, oh yeah, high rye, whatever. I actually get a decent amount of like a rye characteristic on here. Not like, I mean, I think it's still almost obvious it's bourbon, but there are definitely some rye characteristics on this one. It certainly smells good. It's definitely fruity and sweet, but like sugar candied sweetness, like candied fruits, and a little bit of rye spice, but not a lot of like dark, rich, desserty notes, more like sugary candy notes. Let's taste it. Oh, and maybe a light nutmeg. Okay. $75. Very good. Huh. I'm gonna drink it again. It's got a lot of good notes to it, decent mouthfeel and body, good body actually. It just seems like familiar. I can't place it. This tastes nothing like old Granddad, despite having an old Granddad mash bill. So you guys can go ahead and pull that one out of your brain. This has light fruits. I'm talking maybe even a little bit of citrus. Definitely some rye aspects. There's an herbaceousness in here, but not like pungent. You know, it's on the back end. You know, it's high rye bourbon. It's still got those sweetness characteristics that comes from the corn, but the rye is definitely giving its opinion in here. It is well-bodied, some spice. It's decently spicy, actually, and still pretty sweet. So, overall, $75 is a solid pour. Yeah. And that is a very, I mean, I almost want to say this has similar notes to like a burr rye. Like instead of a high rye bourbon, it is a lot closer to a burr rye. What are you doing?
You're talking.
You can't hide the fact that you're playing on your phone by hiding it behind my big pod.
I'm playing my game.
Nice. Okay. No disappointments yet on this whiskey trip.
So after we went to Wild Turkey, we went to Four Roses. Oh, well, get your shit together.
Dueling Banjos, hanging easy, says Gaga was good as a vampire in American Horror Story.
She's good at everything she does, let's be honest.
Yep. Redemption High Rye is 36% rye. Probably similar to the High Rye Bakers. I don't know the mash bill, but I know it's close to that. In my parents' greatness, they let my rent deliverance ripe. Wait. They let me rent deliverance at the ripe age of 10. It's not the reason for my nightmares as a kid. Poor Ned Betty. Typecast him forever.
Yeah, so my parents didn't let me watch. They were very particular about what I watched because of my dad's traumatic experience. I'm pretty sure that story also happens with Cujo.
Yes, I've heard the Cujo story.
So they didn't let me watch things, and they would pre-watch, and then they would take my movies away.
Good on them, though. I wouldn't want to watch scary movies. Why would I want
agree.
nightmares?
I don't want that either. Anyway, so after Wild Turkey, went to Four Roses. Four Roses is weird. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Loren is not a fan of the Four Roses profile. And I'll admit it's not my favorite profile. I can understand how it's good and how people like it. Not my favorite profile. But Loren was not a fan of the whiskey.
I could drink them.
Both Four Roses and Woodford, we did a tasting of Flight. Woodford, we actually got to taste their distillery release, which was a blended malt whiskey, and it was actually really good. Not $65 for a 375 when I was already going to be spending hundreds of other dollars on that trip, but it was really good. If I would have been to the distillery without buying a bunch of other bottles, I would have gotten that one for sure. But yes, so Four Roses was really cool. The grounds are cool, but holy shit, do they fit a lot of stuff into a small, and the building's not even that small, but when you're inside of it, it feels
it's
tiny.
like it's instead of it being like this, it's like in a tube.
Talk about 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound box. They really know how to stuff that shit in there.
It was so packed in there.
They said they just added a new still?
The thing, yeah.
Was it the still?
Yeah.
They just added a new still? No, are you sure it was a still or was it?
It was the big tall thing that goes through the middle.
I thought the new thing that they added was, I mean, they always have the still. I think the new thing they added was a mash tank.
I don't know what a mash tank is.
It's where they cook the grains before putting it into fermentation. I don't know, but they had to put something in, and they literally had to take the roof off the building and crane it in to the center of the building because, like, there's not room. That's just crazy. Amazing. But overall, the grounds were really cool, and the tour was fun. A lot more history-based, and I know Derek would have liked that a lot.
But at the same time, I don't give a fuck.
ODD is 27. Oh, okay, so not even that high.
I like how you didn't acknowledge me, so I just look like the bitch that said that.
Derek says, I still go inside when Steve let the St. Bernards out. Who's Steve?
Steve's my parents' neighbor who has 2 St. Bernards.
My dad took us to all the violent karate and ninja movies. Yeah, but like there's a difference between violent and scary. I can watch all the fucking violent movies I want.
I watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
I watched Harry Potter. They killed people all the time in Harry Potter.
Wait, but it's not violence in Harry Potter.
I mean, people die.
People die and violence are 2 different things, okay? I watched Scooby-Doo.
This makes me so happy.
Fucking weird.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, Four Roses is like a Spanish style in Kentucky, and I didn't really need that. I don't really care for the California Spanish crap.
But
it was okay.
Spanish style architecture is neither of our things, but
yeah. So, but it was still like a nice way to spend the afternoon, and we got free cups, which was really nice.
Yes, after the tour, we got to keep our water cups, which are
like
nice Four Roses glasses with the roses embossed in the bottom of it. Super cool.
Yeah,
the tour was cool. It was a good experience, and their gift shop was super cool too.
Yeah, they had a nice gift shop.
Just Lauren wasn't a fan of the whiskey is all.
Okay, I like you blaming me for this problem.
I'm not a huge fan of their profile, but they still have some good whiskey. Baker's is normally not the high rye mash bill. Basil Hayden's is. It's kind of the old and the new. OGD Basil Hayden is old. Regular Beam Baker's Booker's is the new. Oh, interesting. You mean you're not going to see Smile 2? No, and I'll never watch it, and I haven't seen Smile 1, and I never want to. No.
I've never even heard of Smile.
No. It's that creepy thing where they had all the ad placements, so the people just like...
No, I never even heard of that. I removed myself.
You've never seen that?
I don't pay attention to things.
Potter may not be violent, but the later books are very, very dark until the end where the bad guys get defeated. No, yeah, I know. And in the movies, it's the exact same way. I mean, Voldemort comes and like it's like Death City, violent, scary, dark.
Yes, but there's
moody,
not blood and people getting beaten and kidnapped and crap.
Okay.
I don't feel like wanting to fight after I watch those movies. But after I watch Batman, I think like, oh yeah, I was a superhero, just like that.
Batman's not violent.
What fucking Batman movie are you watching?
Batman doesn't kill people.
I never said he had to kill anyone. He beats the shit out of people.
Killing people is way more violent than beating up people. Beating up people is cool. To every child, every boy child, beating up someone is fucking baller. But killing someone, it's a little extreme.
I disagree.
I don't.
I keep losing my game. Okay, anyway. So, after Four Roses, we went to Buffalo Trace.
Which is not where I got this. Buffalo Trace was cool. Pause for the cork pop.
Oh my god.
Woo! That thing had some serious suck. Shouldn't.
I was thinking that in my head.
I'm just gonna hold on, just pause. I am literally pouring my own stag into my Glencairn. I have come full circle. This is great. This is awesome. This is cool. I know I sound like a tater right now, but I've wanted a bottle of stag for so long and refused to pay secondary prices for it because it's just Buffalo Trace, even though it's good. I don't want to pay secondary prices. And I think I got this for a pretty good price. $150 is not nearly as bad as these things go, especially for a store pick. So, that being said, I'm going to pour in the Glen. This is 131.8 proof. That's 65.9% alcohol by volume from John O's Liquors. It has been picked. That being said, Buffalo Trace. What did we think about the tater capital of the world? There was a serious lack of potatoes there, but there were plenty of taters. They had Weller Special Reserve in the gift shop, which I did not include in this lineup because, quite frankly, I'm probably not going to keep them. I just got them because it's Weller and make good gifts.
We were thinking about maybe like giving them away as gifts and stuff.
But the grounds were really cool. It seemed like a huge compound.
It was obnoxiously gigantic.
Yeah, it was massive, super cool, beautiful. It's super awesome, super busy, annoyingly busy. I mean, why is it so overhyped? I mean, it's cool, but like, damn.
They had a really nice gift shop. I think
They
in part because they have so many different like brands within them. They had a really good gift shop. We didn't really do anything there. I don't like that you have to go get a wristband. You have to show your ID when you walk in, get a wristband just to go to the gift shop, just for them to scan your wristband at the thing to purchase the whiskey. And it's kind of like, I just let me pull out my ID. Like, I just feel like it could have saved me 5 minutes.
They do that because tours are free.
I understand that, but we weren't doing a tour.
Hostel is the most disturbing movie ever. I've never seen it or even heard of it. Now that I think about it. The best thing about Batman was he would kill you, unlike Superman.
I'm pretty sure that Robert Pattinson killed people.
Maybe. Therapist's talking point, beating up people is cool. I mean, am I wrong? Is that not every little boy? Do they not love watching superheroes kick the shit out of people? I mean, that's just fun. And not one tater bottle available. Actually, they had a lot of Weller. That's a tater bottle for sure. Not Blanton's, though, to be fair. So
we weren't going for Blanton's.
I know, but that's probably the most tater bottle in the world. The biggest tater bottle in the world. It's Blanton's.
Anyway. So then after that, we called Jim. We were going to either go to liquor stores or we were going to call Jim or go to Jim Beam to get the Bookers.
I saw that they had released some Booker's Reserves
Jim Beam, and the guy said, there's enough here.
It'll probably
be here unless we have a lot of people come. So we're like, fuck it. We drove down there. And there was plenty. We probably could have just went the next day and we were going anyway. But it's okay. It's okay. So we went to Jim Beam. Again, we didn't do anything there. We just went in the gift shop. We took a picture in the photo booth. Yeah.
You don't know how to react to what I was doing to you.
Weird.
It smells so good. Pause. Yeah, Jim Beam was like, okay, so Jim Beam was more of a quick stop in for that, for both of them technically, but this gift shop, see what's up. Amazing. Love Jim Beam.
Jim Beam was beautiful.
First of all, gorgeous place.
I love
their
how
elevator.
When you drive down the road, it says Jim Beam over you, and then there's a little teeny shack with the Jim Beam symbol painted on it, and then a big brick house behind it, and you like immediately you're like, that's it, and then you're like, that's not it, because you keep driving, and it's so cute, like all the trees and like sacred houses, and it's all pretty, and you get there, and it's a giant version of the same building with Jim Beam on the top, all massive and big. It's nice.
Yeah, and the elevator is a column still.
Yep, elevator was cool.
Very cool. And they have just about every limited release bottle at their gift shop.
I do feel like their bottle options at the distillery was like
superior,
the best. Like
amazing.
They had the
Untouched.
most crap that you wouldn't just find at a regular store.
Every single limited release that they had out, they had on the shelves, except for the new Bookers, and that's just because I asked the guy, and he said they have so much of the other allocation, they need to save some of the allocation to put out later, because otherwise they would just all be out at once. But they had Little Book Infinite, Booker's Reserves, Booker's 2020 402, signed by Freddie. They had your typical Jim Beam bottles. They had Baker's 13, Baker's High Rye. On Friday, they also had OGD 16. They had Old Overholt 11 year. They had Hardin's Creek 11 year. They had every Beam bottle. It was amazing. It's fantastic. Loved it. Boom, bang, pow, Batman fight. True. But Beam was awesome. On the nose, this thing smells downright orgasmic. I mean, you guys saw the face I made when I first smelled this. This is sweet strawberry jam, vanilla beans, like rich vanilla beans, and some oak. A lot of oak presence and proof. This is just. It smells hot though. I mean, I can smell all 131 of this proof. Oh, but is it nice? I mean, that is just delicious.
Wow.
That's nice, isn't it?
Sure. It smells like chocolate.
Chocolate, huh?
Yeah. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
That was an ugly noise.
But I'm gonna drink it. I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
I don't like the noises he's making.
This tastes like grapes. I love that. Like fake grapes. Delicious, sweet, grape flavored candy.
Wow.
It's like take Eagle Rare and all the grapiness of Eagle Rare. Cast strength, full bodied, sweeter, delicious. Oak, like dessertiness. Shit.
Okay, so then after Beam, we came back into Louisville and we went to 2 breweries. The first one was Monic. Very good.
Best brewery in the whole.
The second
thing.
one, I don't know, are you sure? The other brewery was also really good. What was that called? Trellis or something like that?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That brewery was good. But what did you have? You had
I had a butternut squash beer.
Basically a pumpkin beer.
It was so
It was very good.
good.
But you had one beer there that was good. The Oktoberfest there was alright. It wasn't bad at all. It was a good Oktoberfest. But at Monic, we had a great Oktoberfest, a great Dunkel, a great... What are the other ones that we drank? What was the one that you had?
I had a dry English something.
Well, she had like an English ale something. It was hoppy and weird.
Oh, and a dark Czech
Oh,
lager.
and then a Czech lager. So the Czech lager, their Dunkel, and their Oktoberfest were all like fantastic, amazing.
Up that
It was great. The other one was a little funky, but they were all like a lot of their beers were German style, good.
And they had
flavorful
fun names.
beers.
Like I think the one I had was called the it was like the King something. Hold on.
Mine was German for like the emperor of whatever that place was. Yeah, they were great beers. This stag
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up
could be one of the best things I put in my mouth today, this year.
All right.
I don't know. Okay, I'm getting tater.
Okay, so it was English Best Bitter because I had Churchill Best.
Churchill Best.
And
The
then
Churchill Downs.
I also had, was it the King George that you had?
Nope, I had
Kaiser von Schnitzelberg.
Kaiser von Schnitzelberg. The Kaiser, which is Emperor of Schnitzelberg. At least that's what Google Translate says. And then I had the Munich Dunkel, it was like
The
Uncle Dad.
Uncle Dad.
Because Uncle and Dad is Dunkel, Dad, Uncle, Dunkel. So it's called the Uncle Dad. Like that's funny. That's smart.
And then the Czech Dark Lager is called the 12P, but I don't remember that's what it was called. But it was good. We're not doing this again.
They're everywhere. I mean,
don't know.
it's bad. It's bad. I
poured
went by the sink and there
boiling water
four
down
of
our
them
drain.
like this.
Yes, I poured boiling water down our drain, and I stuffed stuff in them before we left, hoping that they would die, and they didn't. Bitches.
Days early. True. I'm not trying to be a tater. It's just really good. It's really good.
Anyway, so we went there, and then we went to the trellis one, and then we had some Italian for dinner in Indiana because we crossed over because we didn't go to downtown Louisville at all this day. And it was some pretty good food. Can you stop? Nothing is that good that you have to have like a freaking exorcism on screen.
I'd argue that this is pretty damn good.
You're gonna be that deviled egg in that meme you showed me pretty soon. And then we went to check into our hotel, and I think that was it. We tried getting tattoos, but nothing was fucking open. And the one that was open was going to be $200, which were little ones. So we didn't get any tattoos. I think after that we went back to our hotel.
We will get tattoos though. We just decided that we weren't going to do it on vacation. We would just wait and do it.
We weren't going to do it for that much money.
Yeah.
Okay, so then do you need to say anything about this before we move on to the next day?
I'm going to say this is awesome. Casey and I are going to put a review on it. You guys will see more of that, but like...
we don't have more of that stag
shit.
to pair it with.
I know, but just for memory...
But we could get a stag again in our advent calendar.
True,
which means
or...
we can save some and do a taste with it.
Or I'll find one. For MSRP. Manifest.
Okay.
Is that a technical term? Yes, it is. ESB, like what I'm drinking. English. Strong. Beer.
Bitter.
Yes, that one. Stagmorize. Ugh, drunken tattoos. We weren't drunk.
I was drunk.
She might have been a little drunk. I was fine. I always wanted a tattoo, so when she said, let's get tattoos, I'm like, okay.
We drove past a tattoo place and I was like,
we did actually go to a tattoo place and they were closed.
Yeah.
So then we called a different place and they said it was going to be $200 and we're like.
We literally wanted just teeny tiny little bourbon barrels. I was going to pay $200
yeah,
for that.
One on my wrist.
Anyway, so we didn't get a tattoo. So Thursday we
went to donuts.
We did at a place called North Lime, and it was the most homemade, fresh fucking donuts I've had in my life.
They were really good. I'll admit, donut guy over here, loved them.
They were so crunchy and so soft. Like, it was so they were amazing. And then we had these s'mores lattes. Oh, they were really yummy. Can you quit it? You're gonna get that taken away from me pretty soon.
You should try some. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Chicata mama. How's that mean go? How is it?
Oh, it's cold.
Little proofy, huh?
Yeah.
But good, eh?
Kind of tastes like brown sugar.
Brown sugar? I get grapes.
So we went to North Lime. It was very good. We stayed there for a little bit because we were trying to kill some time. Then, where did we go after that?
Downtown Louisville.
Right away?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we were killing time till Old Forester opened.
Yeah.
So then we started at Old Forester. Didn't have anything cool. Pretty in there, the cheapest gift shop by far.
Yeah, for sure. And we walked around down the street, hit up.
We went to Michter's.
Bardstown first.
Bardstown.
We found Bardstown.
We had a flight at Bardstown down in Louisville, which was the Louisville one. I know it's smaller, different situation. So pretty, and the one in Bardstown was not as pretty. I kind of wish we would have flip-flopped them because I was really kind of disappointed looking at the inside of the one in Bardstown.
Yeah, but the tour at Bardstown.
Oh, I'm sure it was great, but
fantastic.
Then went to Michter's, in the gift shop again. Then we went to Peerless again in the gift shop. Then we went to Buzzard's Roost.
Had another flight, and at Buzzard's Roost, so Michter's, we'll get to that. Michter's, we went back the next day for our bottling situation. We were just checking out the gift shop and seeing what they had for their allocation. It was Bomburgers and Shanks, which I already had both from last year, so I didn't need this year's. So I didn't buy anything, but we were checking that out, so that's why I went to Michter's. But on the way back through, we stopped at Buzzard's Roost, which I had never had.
What is happening?
Why am I so burpy? I had never had Buzzard's Roost before. So it was a good experience. I did a flight, and I got their bourbon and their rye, and then their cast strength bourbon and rye. And then I was talking to the lady, and I told her I was a YouTuber, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, well if you like whiskey and you really have that many bottles, you should try this." And then she gave me a single barrel from the bourbon festival that happened the week before. A single barrel, I think it was a wheated bourbon, and then a single barrel toasted bourbon. Both were very good. I think one of my favorites, it went single barrel toasted, then barrel strength rye, then barrel strength bourbon, single barrel wheat, and then normal bourbon, then normal rye. But they had some really good stuff there, I'll admit. I wasn't a huge fan of like the lower proof ones, but the higher proof ones were quite nice for me.
Then we went to
Extra special bitter.
That's not what it said on this website though. It was English is something bitter.
Oh.
But maybe it's different in different places. But anyway, so then we went to this brewery for lunch, and it was horrible. It was not good.
Oh, it wasn't bad.
It was not very good.
Their beer was okay. I was a little drunk because I had the Discovery Series flight at Bardstown, Disco 10.
No,
9, Disco 9, 10, 11.
And the rye.
And then the rye that I have on the floor over here. So all barrel strength, healthy, 1 ounce pours, 1.5, 1 ounce. I don't know what it was.
And then plus.
Then I went to Buzzard's Roost.
Buzzard's
Yeah, and I had
Roost.
6, and 2 of them were cast strength, and the other 2 were like 100 or 100 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 of them were just normal. But anyway, I started, and this was 11 in the morning. I had 10 whiskeys by noon.
Yeah,
All I ate for breakfast was a donut, 2 donuts, and a coffee. Like,
well, you know what?
I was
The
a little
burger
drunk.
was not worth it. I'm sorry, but like it just was not very good. And the food, not that good. I'm sorry. Get your shit
My
together.
burger was good.
I got a chicken sandwich, and the chicken was so big that I could barely hold on to it in my hands. Then it was a buffalo chicken sandwich, and it was so much buffalo sauce that my entire bottom bun was just disintegrated. How the fuck was I gonna eat this thing?
That's
and
disgusting.
it was like obnoxiously tangy, like obnoxiously vinegary. Get your shit together, get a better fucking buffalo sauce. You're gonna put this much on my plate. I was very upset.
Buffalo sauce is just gross in general.
I'm still upset. Anyway, then after that we went to Evan Williams, Angel's Envy.
I passed on Buzzard's Roost for a couple of years. Alberto swims in it. They don't have it here in Wisconsin, so I'd never seen it before. You went to Angel's Envy. That's where I got this thing.
Angel's Envy was beautiful on the inside. It
Very
was
cool.
big, and it just looks so fancy.
They had this super nice cigar cutter, super heavy metal gold cigar cutter, and you pull the little button, and the 2 wings pop out with the hole in the middle, and then like it's just very crisp, clean, and you can cut your cigar with it. Oh, so cool! But it was $50,
Yeah.
so I didn't buy it. But if I was gonna have a cigar cutter that was expensive, it'd probably be that one because it was super cool.
So after
Churchill
that,
Downs?
we went. I feel like we went somewhere else, but then we went to Churchill Downs.
Oh, we went to we drove somewhere.
Yeah.
Went to liquor stores?
No, we did. We went to a liquor store.
Went to
All the way
a
out.
couple liquor
Yeah,
stores.
we went to a few liquor stores, and then we went to Churchill Downs because I got the Derby tickets. I don't know what I was expecting, but I enjoyed myself.
It was really fun. I think it would have been more fun. I think the way to have fun at a derby, one, obviously, bet on horses. We did like little fake bets because we couldn't figure out the system.
What the fuck we were doing.
And that was really fun. So always make sure you're betting because it just makes it 10
It
times
just gives
funner.
you something to root for.
yeah.
But we had the book.
It was really
and
exciting.
We just picked one before each race, and we had 2 of the ones that we picked win.
Yep.
We picked the ones with just the fun names. Like,
Yep.
It was like
Bookham and Arthur.
yeah, and
Like one was named Arthur, and then he was fat.
Yeah,
he was
he was
overweight.
the fattest guy. They were like talking about how he was overweight and stuff, and he smoked people.
I mean,
Like, he
that one was not
far
even
fucking
close.
ahead,
He
yeah.
was like 5 horses ahead.
Yeah. Then
But-
there was a horse that won from Mike McCarthy, which is kind
Yeah.
of funny. There was a
old
horse
Packers
called-
head coach, for those of you who don't know.
There was a horse called Wisconsin Gal. She did not win. She came third. But yeah, it was a lot of fun there. It's like not as fancy looking as I thought it would be though. Like I don't know what I was expecting. I kind of was expecting it to be like super fancy, and it's just kind of like an old building. And like you just like I don't know. I felt like the people in Game of Thrones sitting in front of the jousting. Like
I think it's cool. I think it has historical character.
no, yes, obviously, but I didn't know what to expect. The only thing I knew was Kentucky Derby is for fancy people, and it costs $1 million a ticket. And I paid $13 for my ticket. We had good seats right on the finish line too. It was cool. It was interesting. Then after that, we went to watch the game.
Hold on. I never finished what I was saying.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
I said there are two things that would have made it fun, or two things to optimize your fun there. One is the
Oh yeah.
bet. The other thing is, I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like we still had fun. I feel like if you had a group of people though, it'd be a lot of fun because there's a solid. What?
You don't want to hang out with me.
She says that, but there's a solid like 25 minutes in between each race, and each race is a minute and a half tops. So there's a lot of sitting and waiting for like hours, just sitting there.
You're supposed to be drinking. You just spent all our money on whiskey.
No, that is not why we weren't drinking. We weren't drinking because I fucking drank 80 fucking million whiskeys that day, and I wasn't drunk still, but I certainly didn't need to drink more.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so after that, we went to a brewery by our hotel, which was in Indiana. I don't even know what it was called. Do you know what it was called?
The one across from Hooters?
Yes.
That was that night?
That was that night.
Oh yeah, because we watched the
football.
Cowboys game. Oh no, we got ice cream. We got to show them the
Oh my gosh,
ice-
yes, we went and got
ice
ice cream.
So we were gonna go to Hooters and get like wings and watch a football game, but we wanted ice cream, so we went to get ice cream first. The ice cream was so fucking big.
It was obnoxious. It was only like $9, and it was 3 times the size of the stupid fucking ice cream cones that were $20 in fucking Chicago.
So first of all, this was the view. So it's right in Indiana, across from Louisville, Kentucky, and this ice cream shop is right on the water. That's the view of Louisville. And here's a proportional size picture of the ice cream that we got, the ice cream sundae, compared to Lauren's head. So let's just take a look. Hold on.
It'd be really funny if it would load.
Yeah, so needless to say, that ice cream was substantially large.
Huge.
Ah,
And it had a brownie at the bottom.
and a brownie on the bottom. It
It was very good.
was good
We had
ice
a scoop
cream.
of Rocky Road and a scoop of
Peanut butter cup.
with a brownie. And then we went to this brewery. What the fuck was that brewery called?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It was so good. It was very good.
I'm gonna find it on the map. But yeah, so we watched the Cowboys game at the brewery, Cowboys Giants, and that was a lot of fun because I had the Cowboys kicker on my team, and one of the bartender ladies had the Giants running back on her team. And Casey, you guys know Casey, he had like 2 or 3 Cowboys players on his team. Like, so he was rooting for them to do good too. Well, there's a Radisson. We were right on the water, Riverside Drive probably. There's the Widow's Walk Ice Creamery.
That's right down the road.
And then wrong side. Nah.
Right, yep, right there.
Hold on. Upland Brewing Company,
Very good. It was very good.
right across from Hooters. It's
And then
only,
we left at halftime to go
hey,
to Hooters.
you know it's only a 7-hour and 21-minute drive from here.
Yeah, so we left at halftime to go to Hooters, and Hooters wasn't even playing the fucking game.
Yeah, so
And there was no girls dressed in little outfits.
but there was this super grungy-looking man who was not even in shape, and he had long, grungy
Hold
hair.
on, waited his whole life to see these fucking
I wanted to see these goddamn titties. I was promised titties, and they did not deliver.
Like, went by the door, yeah.
And then he's just like, we don't have Amazon Prime, so we can't watch the Cowboys game, and I'm like, why am I here?
So we
No
went
boobies,
midnight.
no football. I'm not even hungry to eat wings. Like, what the shit?
So we left and went back to the brewery.
Yeah, we went back to the brewery and watched more football.
Yes,
Till halftime.
Yes.
Then we went back
We
to
were
the
already
hotel.
there for halftime. We stayed there until almost the end of the game. We stayed there until 10 when they closed. Because we left to go to Hooters for halftime.
Oh, right.
So anyway, then we went back to the hotel, went to bed. Taylor and Casey got there at midnight with the crackheads that were at the music festival.
Yep, huge music festival.
Look
Look at that deep search tattoo. Only a couple minutes walk from Hooters.
Well,
Could have got a tattoo there.
bitches.
Bastards. Okay. Anyway, so that was Thursday.
Yep.
A lot of fun. Now, before we get into the rest of the trip. Oh my gosh, that one was tight. I feel like I felt the bottle squish. Okay. We have Bardstown Bourbon Company, single barrel finish from Mash and Journey, Bardstown Blitz, Rickhouse F, floor 3, 59.4% alcohol by volume. That's 118.8 proof. This is a Kentucky straight rye whiskey finished in a toasted cherry wood and oak barrel. So they showed us the inside of the barrel. It's called a zebra barrel, and it's every stave in the barrel is cherry wood, oak, and then it's toasted. So that's what it's finished in. So I tried this twice actually before I bought it. I tried it in Louisville, then I tried it again at the distillery while we were waiting for our tour in Bardstown, and then I decided it's so good that I must buy it. It was $80, pretty reasonable. Cast strength rye.
Yeah. So Thursday morning we woke up. We got bagels.
Friday morning,
bagels. Then we met Taylor and Casey at their breakfast place and got coffee.
Yeah, because they woke up later than us since they drove all night in the rain and got there super late.
Oh yeah, they get there for the weekend and it fucking rained the whole time.
Oh, we'll get to the worst part of the trip. The worst part of the trip.
We had a bad day. We had a really bad day.
Needless to say, it was a great week and a horrible weekend.
Okay, moving
on.
So we after they were done, we looked at Old Forester just to see if they had anything new. Me and Taylor left and we got mimosas. Holden and Casey got lost somewhere. They were supposed to do their bottling and there was like a miscommunication. So anyway, so then we went to Michter's to meet them.
Okay, hold on. Well, what happened was Casey and I went to Michter's for 11 for the bottle of your own, which is what Chris Hothouse had told me to get there by. And they said, the person at the desk had said, oh, that's at 11:30. So I'll check you in and then come back at 11:30. We're like, okay. So we went, it got lost and we went to just walk around and kind of went to the baseball bat museum, went to back to Buzzard's Roost so Casey could take a look at what they had there, but it was locked. And then
Well, that was the funniest part.
Huh?
We missed the funniest part.
What?
What Casey did.
Oh,
or did not do.
So we started at Old Forester that Friday morning. Casey's like, Loren and Taylor
we were gonna leave,
and Casey's like, I'm gonna give Taylor the keys, and he's like,
oh, you must have the keys in your purse or something like that.
And then Taylor's like, the keys aren't in. Nobody had the keys. They think the car got fucking stolen. They're like, what the hell's going on? Those who get out there, Casey left the keys in the car running in the middle of downtown Louisville.
The fucking windshield wipers were still. It was funny.
He was just too excited for Old Forester.
It was super funny. But anyway, so
Casey and I made it back to Michter's early because the places we wanted to go to were closed. Then when we got there, Loren and Tay were already there, and they were like, "There was a miscommunication. You guys are on a special thing. You're supposed to be here, or supposed to start at 11. I didn't know that, and then blah 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 blah. But so then we did it, and then
they let me and Tay go along, which was nice.
Yeah, to record and kind of hang out and watch. And me and Casey were able to bottle our own. And we got the bottle, Glen Cairns, chocolates, coffee, and then Loren got a T-shirt that she was gonna buy. And then the lady at the counter is just like, "Oh, no,
put that away."
Put that away.
And I was like,
because you're going to try paying. Put that way. So super cool place.
Yeah.
Amazing hospitality.
Mhm.
Both the people were very nice. Her name was
Anime or something like that.
Anime. I knew it was
Or
no. Was it?
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah.
Not anime. That's a fucking Japanese cartoon.
Anime. Yeah, they're all very nice there.
Yeah, it was a very special experience, and I'm super happy that Casey and I could do that thanks to Tata's. So that was sweet. Wisconsin gal, did she have 3 holes? Sally has a week or
Sally
so
probably
in
does have 3
rehab.
holes, but we
Suggestions
don't
been
talk about
offered after this Kentucky trip. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing, but you know, it is what it is. You already said it was Indiana. Hashtag kitty deprived.
Yeah, he was angry.
Yeah, I was sad. Epic Corporal, that was a great Corporal. To be fair. Where's your car, dude? Dude, where's my car? It's funny. That's good. Hashtag hentai.
So after the Michters thing, we left. Hold on, I'll make a video of the Michters thing so we don't get too into it. But it was really nice. It was great. And they have the softest t-shirts, which is why I wanted one. But anyway, I should have wore that. That's cool. What the fuck? Okay.
Okay, hold on. This smells like Christmas trees. It does not smell like Christmas spices. I mean, it does smell like Christmas spices.
Give it to me.
It smells exactly like a Christmas tree.
Stop talking. I don't know what fucking Christmas trees you're smelling, but that's not what I smell. No, that's not what I smell.
It smells identical to a Christmas tree. I'm dead serious. When I tried this at the distillery, I got like a green olive note, which I found super interesting and weird, but also really strangely good. But right now, all of this comes across as is pure Christmas trees. I'm talking Christmas spices, cedar, good wood. It's pine. I don't know. It just smells awesome. Like not like pine needles, like gin, but like the wood, like a cedar trees and spices and like fantastic. I'm gonna drink it now.
So after Michters, we went to Beam with Taylor and Casey, holding up the OGD. And then we left. Me and Tay went to a winery, and the boys went to go whiskey shopping. And then we met at Makers, where it rained. And if you haven't been to Makers, you have to walk really far. And they didn't even have a magnet. And we were collecting magnets and everything.
Yeah, it's a good, cheap, collectible. And we need it. We have fridge room. We need magnets.
So, we didn't get a magnet there. We didn't do any dipping because they didn't have cellar aged, and the boys didn't come down.
Well, I wanted to see the gift shop, to be fair. And then you guys were already.
The gift shop wasn't anything special.
I know, but I wanted the distillery release.
Okay, well, there was no internet, so we couldn't communicate.
That's true.
Anyway, then we left Makers, went to Luxor.
Oh, there's that kind of slight briny green olive note. It's not like potent, but it's there. It's on the back a little bit, which I like a little bit.
So we left and went to Lux Row. The power was out at Lux Row, but they're making the best out of it, so good for them. And it was very beautiful there at Lux Row.
This tastes so familiar. This tastes like a holiday drink, and I can't put my name on it. It is insanely holiday spice, baking spices, nutmeg.
What? Like
sweet.
So it's not eggnog? A hot toddy?
It actually could be eggnog. I think it's eggnog.
Is that the one that I smelled at the thing and said it smelled like eggnog?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. It is eggnog. Wanna know what's funny? Don't judge me. The way you were looking at me, you're like, what the fuck did he just do?
I was judging you when you were fucking orgasming over the stag.
I was judging me too. I didn't like doing it, but it happened. I had no control.
We should have got some ice cream.
Out of body experience.
I need some serious dessert right now.
Same. When I was nosing this before, I was literally going to say that this would be good in eggnog. The reason I didn't say it is because it's way too good of whiskey to put in eggnog. But I should have fucking said it because it tastes like fucking eggnog. It smells a little bit like it smells like eggnog. Eggnog.
Yes, that's exactly the one that I said. Smelled like eggnog.
Oh, I love eggnog. Yes.
So the power was out at Lux Row, which it was fucking out everywhere. It was out at fucking Walmart. All the street signs were out.
Fucking Walmart.
Fucking the hurricane was turning out all the power. It wasn't even raining that hard, or like I don't think it was even that windy. I was talking to Tay about that. Like I really didn't think it was that bad.
No.
Like, I didn't think it was any worse than any Wisconsin storm we ever have. But everything was out of power. But I'm not judging because obviously like hurricanes are hard. But anyway, so then we checked into our Airbnb, which was right downtown, which ended up being really convenient.
Yes, it's super convenient. Right next to a nice liquor store.
Yep.
In case you guys have ever heard of Evergreen Liquors in Bardstown. Cool place. Also right next to a speakeasy, which was really cool.
Yep.
We went there and we'll talk about that. Sugar says, gin is cedar juniper, Christmas tree is pine. Chemical called alpha-terinpiol. Alpha-terinpiol causes that. Eggnog spice is nutmeg. It's the best thing. It's the most eggnog thing I've ever tasted in my life that's not eggnog. Or not a McDonald's eggnog shake. Those are good too.
Then we went to this place called the Rick House for dinner. It was very tasty.
Very good.
Then the boys went to the liquor store because you could do tastings there too, but we didn't because we went to the. Now I'm judging you. Because we went to the. Did you take any pictures of the whiskey collection at that speakeasy?
No, I should have though. It was a lot.
It was insane. It was like.
It's not the most I've ever seen, but it was a lot.
It was just such a small room.
Yeah,
and it was just like so much fucking shit.
Imagine this, but like 5 or 6 of these shelves worth.
But
just
stuff
stacked.
More stuff.
Imagine it's all calibers of this shelf.
It was crazy. And it was super tiny in there, but it was cute.
Very cool.
Then we went to the hotel. Then Casey and Taylor left to go buy more rubber ducky suits.
So Casey and I, we were going to sit in line at Heaven Hill Saturday morning to get the special release, either Old Fitz VVS, Heaven Hill 18, Parker's Heritage, our big 3. They had been releasing it for like a month.
The people that were behind us said they were there the day before and they got Parker's.
And the day before that they had gotten Heaven Hill 18.
So they were
there 2 days in a row and they were hoping for a VVS, as were Casey and I.
Hoping for anything good.
Anything good, but
anything
VVS
worth his
was
time.
ideal. Then Tay, God bless her heart, says...
She just gets up from her chair and she goes, we're going to stay outside too. I was like, oh, fuck.
So then Loren and Taylor had needed rubber ducky outfits because it's pouring. The hurricane is coming and it's going to be there all morning. Mm-hmm. So they got the rubber ducky outfits. We went to bed. We went back to the hotel, drank a little bit, and then went to bed. And then Saturday morning,
2:50 in the morning,
3 a.m. we get to Heaven Hill. Full rubber ducky suits. Let me just...
We had pants. Well, I didn't have pants. I just had a big
I got a video for you guys.
Oh.
From Tay herself. Tay, I hope you don't mind. You're going to be in this live stream. You don't have a choice, though.
She's not on here, so.
Yeah. That was at 4:04. I thought Tay took a video, too, but whatever.
She did. But I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know either.
Just show that one. It shows the point.
All right.
Yeah, we were in rubber ducky clothes.
Yeah, so 3 a.m., downpouring, not torrential, but not light.
Just consistent.
Consistent. So consistent. Raining. Basically, it's like downpouring. It's not torrential, like I said, but it was pouring.
And it was
a lot of rain. Yeah, it was windy. And it was windy enough where like it would pop out Casey's cheap ass umbrella inside out every time he faced the wrong way. And we sat there for 6.5 hours.
So they open at 9.
And people tend to come 8:30 to unlock the doors.
I'm sure you noticed we didn't have anything on the laptop.
I was gonna say that. In case you guys didn't notice, we don't have VVS on this live stream, or Parker's, or Heaven Hill 18, or anything. Grr.
Because we left at 8:30.
Because okay. Oh, get this. You don't even know this part. You don't even know the worst part. So 8:30 comes around. The guy's like, "Oh, hopefully we have something." After all these motherfuckers have been sitting in line, we were like 15th in line. And there was like 50 people in line by the time the doors opened. Most of us were out there since 4 a.m.
Yep.
We were out there since 3. The people in the front were out there since like midnight. And comes out, Bernheim barrel proof. That's what they released. They said they ran out of the other stuff.
Which is fucking bullshit because then the next day.
Just wait. So I kind of wanted to stay. Taylor was definitely over
She
it.
was like, I'm out.
She walked away. Then Casey's like, and then Loren followed her. She's like, yeah, same. Went to the car. And then Casey and I were kind of just looking at each other like.
No, Casey left. I was still standing next to you because you said to me.
I kind of wanted to
just
stay.
me and Casey who would have stayed.
Yeah, and that's true. I think that's true too. If the girls weren't with us, Casey and I would have just held out another half hour and either got a Bernheim barrel proof or maybe we would have crossed our fingers, got lucky for something else. I don't know. But we were gonna stay, but we didn't. We all left.
Which most people left. I think there was only like a handful of people that stayed.
Yeah. Probably only like 5 to 10 people stayed. Anyway, just wait. I'll continue the story, and then other stuff happened. Then we decided to leave early on Sunday and get back for the Packer game, which, by the way, was a waste since we just watched the Packers get absolutely bent over and spanked by the fucking Vikings. So that was pointless. But on the drive home, 11 o'clock hits. Heaven Hill opens. Someone on Facebook says, what was on the shelves today? And the other person says, 48 Parker's Heritages. And what, they were just out yesterday, but they had 50 of them the fucking next day? Bullshit. We did not buy 2 sets of rain gear per person. Sit in line for 6.5 hours in the rain and the wind, and it was cold, just to get fucking Bernheim barrel proof because they ran out of everything else that's allocated for them to fucking release Parker's Heritage the next day. Oh, anger seething in my bones. Today, Casey texts me. Someone in the Facebook group says, Saturday they were at the distillery. Everyone left after they found out it was Bernheim barrel proof. They stayed, and guess what they put out for the people that stayed? Elijah Craig grenades.
Well,
Now,
I already have one.
A grenade? No, I don't.
Oh, that's not what this is?
Nope.
Oh.
Now, grenades are not that special. But if I've already waited 6.5 hours in the goddamn rain, I could wait another fucking half an hour for a friggin'
I would have
grenade.
stayed with you.
No, I'm not blaming you. We all left. But why didn't they tell us that there would be grenades? They said Bernheim barrel proof, and then we all left, and then 5 people got grenades.
And I get that, like, it is like we were just gonna get. It is what it is. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, kind of thing, and that's fine. But when 50 people waited in the fucking hurricane, and
Fog gear, woke up, waited in the rain.
It's not a joke. So
No,
anyway.
not cool. Not a cool Heaven Hill experience. In fact, Casey and I then had a tour at the Heaven Hill Distillery later that day. We gave a fuck. We left halfway through. It was a bottle your own experience. We tasted them all. The only one worth bottling, the only good one that was worth bottling was the ECBP. Well, I already have fucking 11 of those. I don't need to pay and buy another one. We were already fucking chapped about the experience that morning. Everything was super expensive. It was straight up not a good time. And don't get me wrong. I still love Heaven Hill. Still love their products, but it's going to be a minute. Next time we go to Kentucky,
They better redeem themselves.
I don't even know. I just talk about the biggest disappointment of the whole. I don't feel like I deserved those bottles, but it just chaps me a little bit because, like, listen, if we would have sat outside all morning on a nice day, smoking cigars and hanging out, and we didn't get anything, Whatever,
good
we're a little
time,
tired.
yeah. We didn't have a good time.
Miserable. 6.5 hours of sitting in the rain. And this is a day after people had already got yelled at for putting out chairs and sitting in their car, which I don't personally believe in either, so I was like, wasn't going to do that anyway. I'd say 80% of the line was sitting in their chairs the whole time in the rain for nothing. Nothing. It's a little aggravating. And like, we don't deserve those bottles, but we can definitely be angry. Like, that's valid. Anger is valid. Like,
yeah,
I know, but like so someone commented and I put in the Facebook group, I'm like, imagine standing in line for 6 hours in the pouring rain just to get a large Bernheim barrel proof. And like half the people were like, oh yeah, well, you win some, you lose some, that's just the way of the game. And every time someone said, I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like, we went in knowing, in fact, we joked about it multiple times that it could be Bernheim barrel proof, albeit we thought it would be a lower chance or a very slim percentage that it would be Bernheim, but we knew it was possible. We didn't expect to get, or we didn't think it would be a guarantee to get a good bottle. But it doesn't hurt any less that we didn't get one. I mean,
it's kind of like when you break up with a really toxic boyfriend. Like, you knew it wasn't going to work out, but it still hurts.
Yeah, it sucked. It was a huge down. And then after that, my day just did not go right at all.
It was a really hard day. We went to Bardstown.
And I'm hungry.
And Holden was hungry, and they had, like, they called them, like, couch food or something like that.
Yeah, when you're sitting on the couches instead of at an actual table, you got a different menu of, like, more like an appetizer situation.
And, like, they had some good options on there.
And I said,
but I was under the impression,
stop.
I was under the impression that we were going to share, because I kind of thought appetizer is probably shareable, and I don't like country gravy, and that's what was on the poutine.
Okay, stop for a second. I literally grabbed the menu. We weren't even planning on eating. But I saw the menu and I'm like, ooh, they have like loaded French fry poutine situation. That looks so good. Lauren's like, the meatballs look good too. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, they look good, but poutine. I want poutine. She's like, yeah, but the meatballs. And I'm like, so I got the meatballs. Casey gets the poutine.
You could have said, I don't want to share, but you fucking didn't.
It's because I'm a good husband.
We could have got 2 things. I just wouldn't have eaten. I had snacks.
Oh, I never even told them about the McGriddle. They're going to love that one. Well, we'll get to it.
Ungrateful
Just pause. So I order these meatballs, and I go, with the way my day is going, they're probably going to come out with a plate with 3 goddamn meatballs on it. Our fucking food comes out. Beautiful platter of French fries smothered in gravy and cheese. Just this huge serving of delicious looking fries in front of Casey. In front of Loren and I, 3 meatballs on a bed of collard greens. Fucking what? What?
They were smaller than what I make. It was horrible.
Oh my god. Was I just not... it's just a downright no good day. And I forgot to mention earlier, like, 5 o'clock mark hit at Heaven Hill, 5 o'clock in the morning. We'd been there for a couple hours, and Lauren needed to pee. There's a McDonald's right down the road, and people allow you to, like, it's not a big deal if you get out of the line, go to the bathroom, and come back, right? And go to McDonald's and do whatever, get some food. I asked Lauren for McGriddle. I'm like, grab me a McGriddle. And I like McGriddles, 2 pancake buns, sausage or bacon, eggs, and cheese. She didn't hear this part, and that's okay, because like I kind of half said, I'm just like, I'll do a bacon one if you give me a bacon one, a bacon McGriddle.
I straight up did not hear you say it.
Which is fine. I don't not believe her. I believe her that she didn't hear me. She just gets back, hands me my McGriddle, and I open it. It is 2 pancakes and a fucking sausage. She asked for a McGriddle with no egg. No cheese.
I just got sausage McGriddles because that's what I like.
Who the fuck? So I'm already miserable. It's been a long morning. There's no guarantee that I'm going to get the bottle I want, and I'm cold and I'm wet, but there's this warm McGriddle that I can look forward to because Loren went to McDonald's and she's coming back with some food. And I opened that bad boy up. I was so excited.
And then you fucking bitched about it. And you bet your ass, I'm like, you fucking remind me, I'll put your armpit here. Owie!
That's what you get.
Stop! Oh,
Even Murta's upset. He's like, McGriddles have eggs on them. Yeah, it was just.
Oh, he hurt me.
It was a rough day for me. And then we leave early, drive home, stop in Chicago for bagels, wait in line for like 45 minutes at this fucking bagel shop in Chicago, standing there for 45 fucking minutes.
It was not. It was fucking 20 minutes, and you were just a whiny fuck.
It was 25.
What is the 5 minutes?
It's a big deal when you're waiting in the line. 5 minutes is a big deal. 5 minutes is what it should have taken. So it's 20 minutes over average. Okay?
Can you chill out?
No, I'm just explaining why it was such a bad. And then fucking we get home on Sunday to watch we find out that they released Parker's Heritage. So now I'm even more angry. I'm fucking upset. We watched the Packer game. They get destroyed by the Vikings. It was embarrassing.
Okay, well, they came back.
They came back, but not enough.
Yeah.
Then, at least, everything is going wrong this weekend, but at least my fantasy football team is projected to win. My other person that I'm against, he's already just about done. I'm watching the Chiefs game, the Chiefs-Giants, I think it was, whatever the Chiefs played. No, the Cowboys-Giants. Yeah. Chiefs something. And I have Rashee Rice. Patrick Mahomes, first fucking play of their drive, like one of the first plays of the game, throws an interception. That guy is running it back. Rashee Rice has to tackle him thanks to Patrick Mahomes. Rashee Rice causes a fumble. But Patrick Mahomes decides he wants to tackle his own fucking teammate and tears Rashee Rice's ACL. So now, one of my best fantasy players' points don't exist. Thanks to Patrick motherfucking Mahomes. So now, I didn't get a bottle. I sat in the rain all morning. My McGriddles were poor. I got 3 meatballs. We drove home early, waiting in the line for fucking bagels. The Packers got their cheeks clapped. And then I was about to lose my fucking fantasy team. Oh, bad. Luckily, though, it was just a bad weekend. And then last night, between the Seahawks and the Lions, I just scraped out 3 points comeback victory to beat my opponent in fantasy football. So you know what? At least my bad luck was only on the weekend, but holy shit. If it was raining titties, I would have been hit in the face with a dick. I mean, it was bad. But that was a long rant. I didn't even say, the only other thing that we did that we didn't talk about, Casey and I did a tour at Bardstown Distillery. It was a barrel thieving tour. Super cool. Go in the warehouse, get thieves straight from the barrel. Even has the chunks in it. And you're drinking straight from the barrel, like 3 different barrels. Then a taste of one of their Discovery series. And then we went in this super cool speakeasy in the Rick House. It was a very cool experience. Super awesome. But
we had brick oven pizza for dinner. It was very good.
Yeah, good pizza and some beers at a brewery.
Yep. And
then we just went back to the hotel and just drank a bunch of our new whiskey. So.
And we played Heads Up, which was fucking hilarious.
That was a good time.
Me and Casey kicked him and Taylor's ass, which was unexpected because we both suck.
They both suck, and me and Tay are usually on a very good,
you guys are so,
like, in sync.
And then me and Casey were just like.
And her and Casey are kind of the, like.
We're goofy.
Ones. Granted, Taylor and I got some fucking hard shit, and they were getting easy shit, but either way, they won. And we did 2 out of 3, too. It's embarrassing. But, yeah, so that was our whole trip. Sugar says eggnog, 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 and all of a sudden Frosted Snowman appears. What? Frosted Snowman with eggnog? Howdy, folks. Cheers, Viking Bourbon. Welcome to it, man. Glad you were here for that rant. It was Crazy.
He wants
Crazy
to hear how
experience.
angry you were at the Packers.
Dress for the boat that goes near Niagara Falls. True. Yeah, I mean, we were at least dry. It wasn't warm, but we were at least, mostly dry. Our clothes were
Our
mostly
shoes
dry.
were not dry. But
No, our shoes were not waterproof. The other stuff was sold at the Bourbon Festival.
The Bourbon Festival kicked my ass.
I agree. Fresh batch. Hashtag tater. I'm writing a strongly worded note. Good. Mega tater. To be fair, this is good whiskey that we were hoping for, not Buffalo Trace. So, like, you know. Plus, we're in Kentucky. You know, why not sit in line? To tease people in a hurricane, that's not right. I would have to agree with you. It was horrible. I like Bourbon a lot says, I would have been very disappointed. Oh, I was. We all were. We were all very upset.
Holden was so disappointed that I had taken pictures of him at every single distillery we went to, and he was just done. He didn't want to take any more pictures because he didn't want to be there anymore.
Well, to be fair, that was the last distillery in Bardstown, was it?
Yes.
But yeah, no, I actually, it was very, very, very hard for me to get in a good mood after that. I was not in a good mood until after the tour at Bardstown.
Mm-hmm.
So, Peter says, I hope they were the size of baseballs.
No, they were not.
That big.
They were
2
not
bites.
big.
Well, I could one bite them, but I only had 3 fucking meatballs, so I had to take 2 bites. Otherwise, I was going to be done in 2 seconds. Meatballs and greens sounds like expecting third hole Sally and getting 3-ball Stevens. Oh, I love this one. OG Brick 420 says hashtag McNuffin. Because there was nothing on it.
I like sausage McGriddles.
Sausage McGriddles still have an egg on it.
No.
You got sausage
no.
in a pancake.
No, I asked for sausage McGriddles, and that's what they gave me. Not sausage and egg McGriddles, not sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. I asked for sausage McGriddles.
I think McDonald's should go out of business for
I have gotten
selling.
sausage McGriddles forever. I love them. I don't like the fucking egg, and I don't like when they just slap fake cheddar cheese on shit.
Their cheese is the best. It's melty and ooey and
I
gooey.
don't want that. It gives me the shits.
McNuffin. That's awesome. That's so good. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, we just hit the 2-hour mark. And finally finished our talking about our Kentucky trip, which was awesome. Next week's live stream, we will be going through my High West single barrel, my Baker's 13, my Little Book Infinite, my Booker's The Reserves, and my Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon Bottle Your Own. So. That being said, guys, thank you so much for being here and listening to me rant. I know it was a little tough there at the end, but fuck. There were highs and lows to this whole trip. All in all, though, that last bit didn't scar me enough that I didn't have a good time. That was one of the greatest trips ever, and we will be going back, for sure. Possibly even buy a house down there. Not a house to live down there, just... more like a vacation spot.
In his dreamer mode right now.
I'm not actually. I'm serious.
Every time we go somewhere, we go, oh, we should buy a house here. We went to Buffalo. We said that too.
Buffalo was nice. I'll admit. I like Buffalo a lot until I went to
live in
Kentucky.
Buffalo, just go to that restaurant every day.
I would live in... Buffalo was awesome. I'll admit. But the thing about Buffalo is we could live there, but there's not really a point in having a vacation home there. Because there's not...
Well, for someone who doesn't drink whiskey, there's not really a point in having a vacation home in Kentucky either.
Yeah, okay, well...
You're not going to buy me a horse, so what the fuck am I supposed to do?
But Kentucky has Frankfort, Louisville, Bardstown, Lexington.
Yeah.
For just...
whiskey things to do.
No, all within like an hour we stop. No. For cities.
Stop. No, you got there.
But you can do something.
Things to do. That's enough. There's whiskey things to do. Stop trying to force it.
There's plenty of non-whiskey things to do there. But there's also whiskey things.
One non-whiskey thing.
We went to how many breweries?
Yes, and 3/4 of them sucked ass.
But 1/4 of them were good. And actually, the breweries that we went to in Louisville didn't suck, except for the one that you didn't like. But the rest of the bad breweries were other places. Like,
I know, but we weren't going to buy it at the house in Louisville, are we? Maybe
well,
sick.
we will buy one in Louisville. That being said, guys, thank you so much for being here, listening to me rant. If you guys haven't clicked the like and like the like, you know how it's done. Please hit the like button on your way out. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do that. When you become members and help me pay, oh yeah, $1,300.
Oh yes, send
That's how much
over
I
your
paid.
stuff for advent calendar.
Oh yeah, that too. If you guys want to please be in the advent calendar, you want to send some samples. I would certainly appreciate that. Obviously, I have enough whiskey. I can do it without samples. So if you don't want to send them, don't feel obligated. But if you do have things that you want to send samples for this year's advent calendar, that would be super cool. Is it just me and you, or is Casey doing it with us this year?
I don't know how we're gonna put 3 people.
You're right.
Unless you want me to pour the stuff and then come in at the end.
Yeah, you can do that, and then you can just pour. Me and Casey can make it into a battle, and then you will come in the beginning, pour the stuff, and then at the end you'll be the giving away the answers and stuff. You want to do that?
We can do that.
Might make it more fun. But we want to start recording.
To film that.
Yeah, we want to.
I don't think we'll be able to do every video like that.
No, maybe we'll just do once a week, a couple videos with Casey.
We'll just do something with Casey. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But if you guys want to do advent samples and want to send us advent samples, email me. My email is in the description. I will send you the address. You guys can send over samples. Make sure they're sealed. Make sure they have the name, proof, age, type, and what's the other one I do? Finish, yes or no. Make sure you have those things on either sample bottles or no, not the sample bottles. Or either label the sample bottles with them and let me know.
So this is what some people
or
did
put them on a
last
card.
year.
That's not for me. That's
No.
these guys. So this says labeled it A, B, and C, and D, and E, and then texted Loren the answers.
Or Joe did this. I can't cover your face, you butthole. Joe did that. And he also had a piece of paper with all the information in the box, which was
so
nice
basically I'm not going to open them. Lauren's going to open them and pour them, including just opening the boxes. So either way, I won't see it. Casey won't see it. It'll just be blind to whatever.
Yeah.
If you guys want to send samples. So please do that. If you want to do that, that'd be appreciated. Also, make sure you guys check out the rest of the TGIT crew. Thank God it's Tuesday. You guys know who it is. Usually it's Bourbon Junkies, Bad Axe Bobby sometimes, 21090 usually. My Bourbon Journey is sometimes on Tuesdays. Sugar Kitty always knows and always puts it in here. So he probably will do that as well. Thanks in advance, Sugar Kitty. Kentucky has Whiskey Buffalo, has the Bills. True.
Buffalo had a really good Louisiana restaurant, though.
That's true. Thanks for hosting. Hey, OG Brick, thanks for coming. I appreciate it, and I love seeing you here. That being said, thank you all so much for being here. We love you all, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers. Oh, and be a member. Join. $2 or $7 a month. Help me pay for all this $1,300 of whiskey on one vacation. Bye.